Oviparous Animals by Mrs. Shattuck's second grade class. Sea Turtles by Ben. They live in tropical seas. Sea turtles come in many different sizes, shapes, and colors. Sea turtles do not have teeth, but their jaws have a beak. Females must come ashore to lay their eggs in the sand. Therefore, all sea turtles begin their lives as a tiny hatchling on land. Most females return to the nest on the beach where they were born. Some sea turtles can live over 100 years. Sea turtles are classified as endangered in the United States. Females lay up to 80 to 120 eggs depending on the species. Once a female has left her nest, she never returns to tend it. Sea turtle hatchlings must do it all themselves. To break open their shells, hatchlings use a temporary sharp egg tooth. Digging out of the nest is a group effort that takes several days. The little turtles orient themselves to the brightest horizon and then dash for the sea. 1 in 1,000 survive to adulthood. Many die of dehydration in the sun or are caught by predators like birds and crabs. Sea turtles migrate thousands of miles back to its nesting grounds. Frogs by Cecilia. Frog eggs. Frog eggs are laid by frogs. Frog eggs are clear with one black dot in the middle. They are bunched up together with all of their brothers and sisters. They have over 20,000 sisters and brothers. The eggs are called egg spawn. It takes 6 to 21 days for them to hatch. You can hatch them at home, but you have to take care of them. Echidnas by Daniel. Echidnas live in Australia and New Guinea. There are 2 different types of echidnas, the long-beaked and the short-beaked echidna. They have short, strong legs with large claws which they use for digging. The short-beaked echidna usually eats ants and termites, while the long-beaked echidna usually eats worms and insect larvae. Echidnas are found in forests and woodlands, hiding under vegetation, roots, or piles of debris. They are good swimmers. When they swim, they keep their snouts above the water. They are oviparous animals, but they are mammals. This is known as monotreme. Leatherback turtles by Evie. Leatherback turtles are the largest turtle in the world. They weigh up to 2,200 pounds and can be 4.4 to 5.4 feet in length. They are the only turtles with no shells or scales. They have hard, rubbery, tough skin. That's where they get their name leatherback from. They like warm waters and mostly live in the Pacific, Atlantic, and Indian Oceans. Leatherbacks are omnivores, but they really like jellyfish. They can swim for 85 minutes without taking a breath. They can also dive 4,000 feet, which is deeper than any other turtle and most marine mammals. In millions of years, leatherbacks have not changed. They can be traced back to the time of the dinosaurs. The leatherback turtle swims up to 10,000 miles a year to reach their nesting grounds. The females will come to shore several times during nesting season. They dig holes and lay 70 to 100 eggs each time. After 2 months, the leatherback hatchlings emerge from the nest and go to the ocean and begin their journey to adulthood. Ladybugs by Remy. The scientific name for ladybug is Coccinellidae, but other common names for this small beetle are ladybird, lady beetle, and ladybug. Some ladybugs have no spots, and others have up to 20 spots. To help defend themselves, ladybugs play dead. They also can release a yellow fluid that other bugs find stinky. The color of a ladybug sends off the message to its predators that it may taste bad or be poisonous. Ladybugs are both male and female. A ladybug lays its eggs on a leaf. The eggs start out yellow and then turn white. Brown tree snake by Riker. Brown tree snakes are reptiles. Their eyes are placed sideways. They live in Australia, Indonesia, and the Solomon Islands. They can grow up to 3 to 6 feet. They can lay 4 to 12 eggs. Brown tree snakes are able to camouflage. They can be olive green to brown colored. Turtles and Tortoises by Riley. The oviparous animal I have chosen is the turtle and tortoise. They're land and sea dwellers. They can even eat fish and vegetation. Their shells can weigh up to about 300 pounds. They were the first reptile to diverge from other reptiles. Their shells keep them safe from predators, and they even outlived the dinosaurs because of their shells. Sea turtles have flippers that they use to help them swim, steer, and move on land. They lay their eggs in a hole on the beach. Then they cover them up with sand. Sometimes other turtles dig up other turtle nests and lay their eggs in there instead, but they crush the previous eggs in the process. The turtles that hatch at night have a higher chance of living and making it to the ocean. As for the turtles that hatch in the daytime, they have to be careful of seagulls or any other type of predator. Tyrannosaurus Rex by Nixon. T-Rex. I am going to do my oviparous report on a T-Rex, also known as Tyrannosaurus. It lays eggs. T-Rex eggs look like an oval ball. T-Rexes laid their eggs all at one time, unlike birds. T-Rex eggs were colored a deep blue-green. T-Rex eggs are as big as a loaf of bread. Their nests were 9 feet in diameter. Ostrich by Elizabeth. The ostrich lives in Africa, and it is the largest living bird species. An ostrich cannot fly, but it can run really fast. It's the second fastest bird alive. Something unusual about an ostrich is that when they sleep, their eyes are wide open and their necks are sitting straight up, so it looks like they are awake. An ostrich can live from 50 to 75 years. They can start laying eggs when they are only 3 years old. Its kick is so powerful that it can kill a lion in one kick. I like ostriches because they are unique in their own way. Is this ostrich awake or asleep? What? Hummingbirds by Macy. Hummingbirds are oviparous because they lay eggs, the smallest eggs of all birds. They are cute. They are small birds. They live 3 to 5 years. They weigh less than a nickel. They can fly really fast in all directions. They are called hummingbirds because of the humming sound from their wings. They eat nectar and small insects. They cannot hop or walk. They cannot smell, but have really good eyesight. Octopus by Noel. Octopus are an oviparous animal. They have 8 legs. They have a beak for a mouth. Octopus live in the ocean and eat crabs and fish. They can blend into their background. They have suction cups on their tentacles. My picture is of a blue ringed octopus. I think they are cool animals. Penguins by Ty. It carries its egg. It is slow. They can go on their belly. They can't fly. They live in the southern hemisphere. They're flightless birds, and they are black and white. Platypus by Kaylee. The platypus is an oviparous animal, which means it lays eggs. It has fur like an otter, webbed feet, and a bill like a duck, and a flat tail like a beaver. They live on land and in the water. The male platypus has a venomous spur that is powerful enough to kill small animals. They can live to be around 12 years old. They are nocturnal animals and come out at night to eat. They don't have stomachs. They are carnivores, which means they only eat meat, like shellfish, worms, and shrimp. They also do not have any teeth, so they have to collect gravel in their mouth to help break down their food. Sharks by Carver. I decided to do my oviparous report on sharks. Sharks' lifespan is 20 to 30 years. Sharks can barf their stomachs out when they can't digest what it ate. They don't have any bones. Their skeletons are made of cartilage. They can swim up to 35 miles an hour. Great white sharks can grow up to 6 feet long. Sharks are a cool species. Frogs by Caitlin. Frogs live everywhere in the world by water, but not in Antarctica. They live in groups called colonies, knots, and armies. They eat spiders, worms, little fishes, bugs, and anything that is living they can fit in their mouths. They are all colors, and my favorite is a blue frog. Some frogs are poisonous when you touch them, and some have slimy skin. Big ones are 6 pounds and the size of a volleyball. Small ones are the size of a dime. Some frogs jump, hop, and some walk like a lizard. Sea turtles by Adeline. A sea turtle is an oviparous animal. They lay their eggs on the beach in a hole. The hole is like a nest. The babies are in the hole. Then a couple weeks later they hatch. The temperature matters. If it's cold, it's a male. If it's hot, it's a female. The hatchling can get caught by crocodiles or birds. Only some can escape. Then when they grow up, they go back to the beach to lay their own eggs. That is called a life cycle. Anacondas by Catalia. Anacondas hunt on the ground and in the water, but spend most of its time in the water. When they are in the water, the whole body except the nostrils on their head is submerged. Anacondas can stay underwater for 10 minutes before they come up to get some air. They can be up to 30 feet long like a school bus and up to 550 pounds. The female anacondas are larger than the males. The baby anacondas are 2 feet long and ready to be on their own at birth. They like to eat fish, turtles, jaguars, and deer. Sand tiger shark by Eliana. The sand tiger shark isn't related to the tiger shark, but is a closer relative to the great white shark. Their teeth are visible from the outside of their mouth even when their mouth is closed. They swallow air to help them float underwater. Sand tigers are not a threat to us. We are a threat to them. Sand tigers are also known as the gray nurse shark or the ragged tooth shark. Sand tiger pups often spend a few months out of every year in shark nurseries. Sand tigers do well in aquariums, but other tiger sharks and great whites do not. Turtles by Addison. My oviparous animal report is on turtles. Turtles are reptiles. Turtles spend most of their lives in water. They lay eggs. When the mother lays the eggs, she leaves the eggs all by themselves, and the turtles live on their own. Turtles live on every continent except Antarctica. Turtles eat mollusks, plants, small fish, and insects. In North America, the largest turtle is the alligator snapping turtle. It can grow to 2.5 feet and weigh as much as 200 pounds. Alligators by Wesley. Alligators come from eggs. They have dry, scaly skin. They can be 13 feet long. Alligator eggs become a boy if it's born in warmer temps and a girl if it is born in cold temps. Ostriches by Lucian. The flightless ostrich is the world's largest bird and has 3 stomachs. They are the fastest runners of any bird or other two-legged animal and can sprint at over 70 kilometers per hour. Their giant eggs are the largest of any living bird at 15 centimeters long and weigh as much as 24 chicken eggs. In some African countries, people race each other on the back of ostriches. They can go without drinking water for several days. The ostrich has the largest eye of any land animal. And boys and girls, that's the end of our presentation, our class presentation. You guys have done a fantastic job. I'm really proud of you. Way to go.